Hello, everyone. Welcome to your past life reading. So, today we are doing a quick reading on what was your past life. Right? This can often help you to understand and resolve issues that you might be having in this life that you might not understand or relate to. And sometimes doing a past life reading can just kind of make that aha moment to where you understand why you are feeling the way that you are feeling. So, let's take a look. We are going to pull four cards. For some of you, you may be pulled to more than one, and that's okay. Do what calls to you. Let's take a look at our first card. So, our first card, we have Knighthood. Okay, so in this card, you may have been someone who served, who supported, who fought for that protected somebody, right? So your energy this lifetime, you might be driven to support people. You might be driven to be in the army or to be in the Marines or to be in something that has to do with protection, law enforcement, right? You are a person who stands behind your oath of things. Like if you take an oath, you stand behind that, okay? You're a person who is very protective. So for some of you, like you might be the one in the family that is very, very protective over your family, over your territory, right? You might be somebody who does not allow anybody to trespass, right? So this is definitely someone, you're definitely someone who, or the person that you're inquiring about is definitely someone who was a very important person. They played a very important role. They may have protected a queen or a king or a pharaoh or something, but they were someone who, if their life depended on it, if they had to give their life to support somebody, they would, right? So this is like your ride or die kind of energy person. Card two, imprisonment or slavery. So if you picked card two, the energy of false accused. Okay, so I get a clear message here that somebody was falsely accused of something in their past. Right away, I feel like the witch hunt. I hear like the witch hunt come in, like when people were falsely accused of being witches and things like that. I feel like that's your card here. So you might be somebody who really, really struggles with stepping into your authenticity because maybe you were falsely accused, you might have been wrongly killed, or tortured in your past, and it just that energy just kind of like it's in your subconscious now, and you're kind of like afraid to step into your true authenticness because you don't want to be judged, right? I feel like this is someone who feels like they always have to validate themselves, always has to like have a how do you want to say that? Like always has to feel like they have to prove themselves because they're going to be misunderstood or they're going to be purposely accused of something that they didn't do. So I feel like in this situation, you feel like you always are like kind of like on guard, almost like an on guard energy. And slavery, for a lot of you, I feel like you were falsely imprisoned and then used as a form of a slave during that imprisonment. So, like, not only were you imprisoned, but you were also abused and misused while you were imprisoned. So it was like there's like a deep, dark, sad energy in emptiness here. So for you, for this card, there's a lot of healing that needs to come in with trust and feeling loved and and stepping into your true power and feeling authentic coming in here, okay? And card three, we have love life. Oh, okay. So in your past, you had a very good relationship. Your heart was very open. The love was very true. It was very authentic. It was very real. And I feel like that is who you are. Like you're just an authentic person you love. And maybe in this lifetime you don't know why, but you just wear your heart on your chest, like on your sleeve as they say, because you know what it feels like to truly, truly love, and you know that energy and how priceless that is. So this lifetime, that's kind of like your driving force is just truly wanting that love in your life. And for some of you, you might be still seeking it because maybe you know what it truly, truly feels like to have that deep love, and how maybe what you've experienced so far just doesn't quite connect to it. And so you're searching without you realizing it. You might be searching for like your past life love. You might be in this lifetime searching for that connection that you had in your past lifetime because it was so powerful and strong, and it completed you. Nothing else mattered except for that love. Anything you could you could accomplish anything through that love. So you're a person who, um, you might do things through the heart. Everything has to be done through the heart regardless of the outcomes. You're a heart person. You're also someone, you might be someone who just is really searching for that part of you that just feels like it's still out there somewhere. And for card 4, biblical. Okay, so you are someone who has, you were taught a certain way, and you're someone who works well with your hands. You're someone who was a worker with your hands in the past. And I feel like you're someone who has morals and values and standards, and you don't know where they come from. They've always been there. And they might not even match the people or the circumstances around you even, but it's because it's rooted back into your past life history. You're someone who just was very connected. Maybe you worked for somebody that was connected to source, was very in tune with everything, or maybe you witnessed a lot of things in your past life. So there's just this deep knowing, right? You have this deep awareness and this deep knowing. You can tell when something's authentic or when something's not true. You can tell when somebody's on the right path but they're not quite in sync with it. Like you just know. You can't explain how you know, but you can just feel it. It's like an intuitive knowing, okay? And it's because you were during a time where there was truth in everything that was being done. Where now there's a lot of conspiracy, there's a lot of lies, there's a lot there. We're finding out that there's a lot of things that have been hidden, changed, um, the list goes on and on and on. So, but you were during a time when the truth was known. So therefore, you know because you were during the time when the truth was known. So that's why you're able to have such great discernment now about what is real and what isn't real, and what is biblical and what isn't biblical. That's why you're able to have such good discernment because you truly can link to that energy when it first began. So trust yourself, trust your knowing, don't doubt what you know in your belief. Okay, I hope these readings have helped you. I hope they help to align you with some of the reasons why you might feel the way that you do now. And let me know in the comments what you think. Have a great day. Bye.